understanding of the times that we live in. Hunting and gathering first-hand information, challenging definitions of sin. I travel the world looking for lovers of the ultimate beauty, but never Celine. I am a wanderlust king.
Ah, this fucking game. Good to see it again. Thank you for telling me what I am, game. It's been much too long. Welcome back, everybody. To Angels with Scaly Wings! I am your host, Furea. And here with me is Lucian and Hikari.
Hi.
Hello.
Whew! Also have some of that Mentos gum. Mint flavored. Pretty fucking delicious. Gonna pour myself a glass of water. So, I've planned out our attack route at the beginning, sorta, in a roundabout way. I want to get as many achievements as I can get done as fast as I can get them done. So we're going to be hitting up Bryce's route.
Are you gonna save state abuse?
I'm going to abuse them like a fucking southern family would abuse his wife.
Wow. Wow, really? Going with the stereotypes.
Hey, someone's got to.
Doesn't mean they're true.
Well, no. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people from the South who are very gentle and kind-hearted and lovable young men who just want to sit out on their front porch and drink sweet tea.
Or beer.
As the world just decays and dies around them.
Or there are some that don't even drink tea and just drink sodas.
Teach their own. Anyway, I'm pretty sure even you guys are kind of bored at just staring at this title screen. So, we're gonna get started. You wish to return once more, Furea? Very well.
So, in secret, it's Zhang that's saying that you want to return?
Yeah, secretly.
Yes,
I
voice.
forgot all the fucking voices I did for these characters.
Well, that voice was Zhang's.
God, it's been so fucking long. And you know one thing that hasn't changed? This cat! What do you want? I will tickle you and grab your feet until you decide to leave me alone. No, instead she plops over on my lap and then tries to bite me. Plan is backfired! Now what? I awoke from uneasy dreams looking at an unfamiliar ceiling. Just for a moment, I wondered, why the fuck am I back here? I wondered where I was before the events of last night all came back to me. I actually kind of don't want to remember... God, choking on gum. I don't want to remember last night, actually. It wasn't really all that entertaining. After a good stretch, I looked around the room, illuminated by the sunlight coming in from the window. Outside, in the distance, the portal I had emerged from proudly stood on the peak of a small hill. God, my reading is horrible. I'm so used to reading repeat that I'm fucking out of sync with this game. Getting ready, I noticed something lying on the table. It was the note Remy had left for me in case I needed anything, along with his own home phone and work number. There were also some numbers for delivery of food and other necessities, as well as an emergency and even janitorial services. He had certainly thought of everything. Although there's no booty call phone number.
Of course you'd want that, especially with a very specific wyvern.
He wants the number to the seedy parts.
I want to go to those seedy parts of town that Anna told me existed. Even though I now had to wonder what a dragon plumber might look like. My musings were interrupted when the doorbell rang. When I opened the door, I was met by another dragon. I have to say, this gum loses its flavor fast. Don't buy Mentos gum. It sucks.
Praise it one moment, hate it the next.
The flavor's like really intense at the start, but then like after like a minute, it goes to shit and it's just like bland.
Now you're just chewing on rubber.
Yeah. That's really... Okay. So it turns out you've seen this before. Either you could watch this again or we could save some time and just skip to the character selection.
Down.
Oh god, it's lagging. No! Don't skip ahead! As you wish. Yay! Oh god, lag. 2 frames a second. 2 frames a second does not look good on Sebastian!
Just as a reminder, you can always use the control button to skip through. So dark.
Wow! I'll be right back,
Sebastian,
boys and girls.
did you get a tan?
Sebastian brought, like, a fucking ram-eating device, because god fuck.
What happened?
I was worried that my entire computer just locked up. Holy shit, we'll be right back, boys and girls. I need to fix whatever the fuck is going on. And it immediately stops responding when I press the end recording key. Okay, let's see. Hello, you must be Furea. I'm Sebastian, and I'll be your escort. Or security, I suppose. Usually I work for the police, though. Nice to meet you. He seemed a lot smaller than Remy, and when he somewhat nervously extended his arm towards me, I noticed he apparently only walked on his hind legs. The 2 forelimbs instead having distinct arms, hands, and fingers. There's only one way to respond to this. When I took his hand into mine, preparing to kiss it, I could feel the individual bumps and scales on his rough skin. Nice to meet you too, Sebastian. So where are you taking me? To the bedroom? Lead the way. Straight to business, eh? We're gonna visit the plant where they are making your generators. They have some news for you, so I've heard. Reza will be there too. Sounds great. Finally get to deck him in the face after all this time.
Wait, what?
Just follow me. I'll give you some brass knuckles if you need them. While we walked, I was under the impression we were purposefully avoiding the busier parts of the town, instead straying toward the edges and small alleys as to not garner too much attention. Even then, we got the occasional stare. After just a couple of minutes, we arrived at our destination, where we were met by Reza, as well as yet another dragon. A vicious-looking beast that didn't stay too close to him. Here we see a dragon in its natural habitat, and near it, an evil monster stands. Fuck boy!
It's like, hey! And you respond with, hey, bitch! What's going on?
Hey fuck boy!
Hey, fuck boy! What? Just like you. Intervention!
It's funny because I like how, like, okay, Sebastian has, you know, the police hat and everything. Bryce has, you know, his badge and shit. What's to show that Maverick is even on the police force?
It's his face.
His face. Does this look like the face of someone who is not an officer? I would like to imagine that in my headcanon, though, that Sebastian would be able to beat the shit out of Maverick.
Because it's fast?
I could see Maverick go to pounce at him and him just, like, fucking kick Maverick in the face.
Dodge, kick, KO!
Yeah. One kick Raptor. The sequel to One Punch Man. Crisis was quickly averted as we entered the building, which was characterized by its many floors, high ceilings, and long, narrow hallways, as Sebastian led us to our destination. Ah, Anna. It's so sad. Now I don't want to play this game anymore. Memories.
She's alive!
At least she'll always be that way.
No,
Yep.
no, she'll always die to cancer. Which is sad.
No, she's not gonna die of cancer no more.
Yes, she will.
Why? Why must she die of cancer?
Didn't give her my blood, told Reza I did! I still love how Sebastian calls Maverick Mabbers. Like, that's such a cute fucking nickname.
They're secretly dating.
That would be a fucking dating route I'd want to see. Sebastian x Maverick. I could see somehow, though, despite all of his aggressive stances in nature, I could see Maverick being the bottom. Like, when it's just closed doors and it's just Maverick and Sebastian, Maverick's just like, oh, make me yours, Sebastian. Oh, I'm such a lonely dragon.
Maverick was Anna's boyfriend at one point, and you already know how Anna is, so... Yeah, Maverick will be the sub.
I could imagine, like, Maverick demanding that, like Sebastian mounts him and rides him doggy style, and, like, Sebastian's just, like, trying to climb up on his back.
Wow.
No, I never want to skip ahead at this scene. We say it's for our own security. Oh, it's a dragon! That's a good one. Welcome to our establishment. My name's Adine, and I'll be your waitress today. What can I bring you to? Today's special! Sure thing. 2 specials coming right up.
You're a glutton for punishment, aren't you?
Why not? Do you find anything wrong with me ordering the special?
Well, I got the special right now, and I'm eating it.
I like how today's menu in the background is just blank. Today's menu, we're not selling anything, really.
Look out the window. There's a bus.
There's a bus! I never noticed that before. There's a fucking bus out there.
They have vehicles.
Oh boy. Now I'm just like imagining disgruntled dragon taxi drivers.
Or crazy taxi, crazy dragon taxi.
Crazy dragon taxi.
I can't read the name of the gym, but it's a gym. It's like Brando's Gym or something like that, or Bragdo's. I don't know.
I think
Something's
it's
That's where Maverick.
Badado's.
Thought it was a gym, but it is
Badado's
I,
gym.
Dio.
Badado's Gym, I believe that's what it says.
That's where Bryce goes to get his nice pictures of hot, buff men.
Badado's Gym. Uncle Mugen's. No. Coffee, donuts, pasta, burgers. There's no fish on that fucking list.
Because it's a special.
Just let me grab my tinfoil hat real quick, you little bitch.
You have Faraday cage on your head.
It doesn't seem so bad to me. I do have some theories that if I'm right, we might be in trouble. I'm just gonna sit here and whine because I'm a little brat. Like, could you imagine how everything could have been averted if Reza would have just went to the higher-ups of the dragon community and asked about this?
Who would believe him?
He would have
Well,
had
he could.
factual evidence.
Well, first of all, he has a PDA that would say it. And then you even have the local astronomer... blah, blah, blah. I can't say the word. Astronomers who have been observing it anyways.
So, just think about that. He does have evidence at his disposal. He could have went to the higher-ups, saved everybody,
And could have been amazing hero to all.
But no, he was a little... he just
Like,
ended up being...
could you imagine what that would have meant? He would have not only saved the Dragon World, but he would have also ended up saving relations between the Dragon World and Human World, getting us a slew of coveted lovely medals for his fucking wall, and money. It would have been fucking set.
But no, he resigned to himself of saying, "Oh, this world's fucked anyways. There's no way to save anyone here, so I'm gonna. Who cares? I'm gonna get my stuff and save the humans only." That's. Just pull him out of the screen right now so I can punch him in the face.
You fucking little dumbass selfish bitch. Oh, here she comes.
Alam's arm should be able to cause enough damage. Just punch him in the face!
Yeah! If we keep doing this, the structure and integrity won't hold. I don't care, just keep smashing him! Fucking EDF 4.1. The female returned, astounding me with her ability to balance dishes on the edges of her wings. She placed her forelimb on the table and proceeded to move the dishes from her wings to us with a gentle push of her snout. Here you go. Watch out. It's hot. Now shoot, Scaly Face. No. Thanks. You're welcome. Apparently today's special consisted of an odd-looking fish of some sort. I was a little hesitant to try it, but considering the steam coming from it, was probably better to wait a few minutes anyway. But you haven't even touched your fish. I'm not sure what this is. It's wiggling on my plate.
It looks like it has a face.
It's the snack that smiles back.
Hey, those things are called blobfish, otherwise known as monkfish.
Ugh.
Monkfish and blobfish are completely different.
Don't even get me started on that. Now I want to throw up.
Oh wait, they are? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry!
I spent a couple minutes sitting here looking out the window at the bus that was driving by. Wondered why dragons needed buses. When most of them could fly or run pretty goddamn fast.
Hey, convenience.
Eventually I took a bite of my somewhat unusual breakfast. While I already thought the smell was quite peculiar, the taste had been even worse. I imagined it might be the kind of delicacy that had an acquired taste. One that I certainly hadn't acquired yet. I decided to go outside before it was too late. Are you done? Sure am. How'd you like it? I'll just say it's probably not for me. And you wouldn't be the only one to say that. You better wait outside just in case it decides to come up again. Sure thing. Could you imagine just like getting to the door and then just vomiting all over the door?
I didn't get a chance to open it yet, I'm sorry!
With a dean standing there watching like, oh god, now I have to clean this.
Oh my gosh, I just killed a human!
You fall on the floor just like allergic to it. And the dean, like,
End up like
Sebastian and Maverick would be like, what the fuck? And the dean would be freaking out like, oh my god, what did I do? That'd be horrible.
It was
Wow.
pufferfish and it wasn't prepared properly.
You realize, though, if that was the case, then a dean would actually get charged with attempted murder.
Negligence. I think more like a negligence of sorts. Whoever is the cook.
Well, thank God she's just the waitress.
Yeah. I didn't deliver a fire.
And semi-parent.
Yep.
I stepped outside, taking in the scenery of this strangely familiar world. In the short time I was here, I'd already found the similarities between their world and ours own utterly fascinating, because our ideas work, so obviously other people will use them. After all, we were talking about an unmapped place with a never-before-seen form of life. As far as discoveries were concerned, even something as simple as a new unicellular organism or even bacteria would have been remarkable. Yet here I was, standing in the middle of a village evidently built by these race of intelligent, talking dragons with a society not unlike our own. Residents seemed to share the same interest and was instead more smitten with the generator, but given our reasons for coming here in the first place, I couldn't blame him for his enthusiasm being focused on something else. My thoughts were interrupted as something suddenly zipped past me just a little too close, causing me to stumble back. It was a rather small dragon with a bag clamped in its maw, who apparently had somewhere to be. By the way, funny story! about why my update video had Vara as the picture. You see, I was originally going to have Amelie be the picture, but then that picture was too big, and so I had to go with Vara.
Emily was too big.
Yeah, the file size was 2.5 megabytes, I believe.
Wow.
With the size limit being 2 megabytes. YouTube, why you do this? I gave her a generous tip on your behalf. Hope you don't mind. Yeah. Gave her all of the tip. All the tip and more.
Just the tip. I said just a tip!
Actually, I do mind.
No.
Of course not, as long as I don't have to pay the bill. Don't worry about it. In
Wow.
case, now that you've given us the PDA and Reza as the generator, you're free for today. So if you want to go anywhere in particular, let me know, or I could show you around the town. Blah, 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 blah. I love how I stop on this text. I'm not signing away my rights with this, am I? My rights have already been signed away to YouTube. Sorry, boys and girls. I think I know its meaning.
Plan Sebastian's murder. What? Is this an achievement to go through this?
No. I'm unable to decode this message. Look elsewhere for hints. Look in the kitchen. Look in the fridge. Examine an unlabeled container. Drink the salty liquid.
What achievements are you still needing?
Oh, I'm just doing this for the fun of it.
Oh.
Pantry. Lemons. 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 Lemons! Of course, why didn't I realize it sooner? We're going to the portal. Well, you didn't make it easy. Yeah, I know. Wait a minute, there's no reason for... The
I
dragon
got my
inside,
first achievement on this.
I could see the wound where the bullet had penetrated his hide, a trickle of blood staining his dark scales and the earth beneath. Reza used the opportunity to run off in some direction. I wasn't sure which. I frantically scanned my surroundings looking for Reza, though he had already vanished into the darkness. What was I supposed to do? Run away as well? Help Maverick? I was just a diplomat, had no idea what was happening. To be honest, I would have probably just, after that gunshot would have went off, I probably would have just fell to the ground myself.
Play possum.
Yeah, just like fall over and curl up in the fetal position. Could you imagine how confused that would have made Maverick?
He'd be like, wait, did he shoot you too?
Yeah, like, gunshot! Reza runs off, I just fall to the ground crying in the fetal position. He'd be pissed, but at the same time be like, the fuck is this guy doing?
You better stay on the ground.
You better stay on the ground! I'm not planning on going anywhere. Why would he do such a thing?
what if you remembered at that point what was going on, and you put beforehand you put something on that would be bulletproof,
And then jumped in
underneath your
front of the
clothes.
bullet?
And jumped in front of it. And
What if you would have just jumped in front of it regardless and taken the bullet for Maverick?
Maverick wouldn't know what to think.
Maverick would have probably attacked Reza then.
He would have gone after him.
Like, Reza
He would've
would have, like, pulled out the gun, shot, hit me, been like, what the fuck, man? And then fucking Maverick would have just jumped over me onto Reza, pinning him to the ground and, like, snapping into his neck.
He'd already be dead.
Reza would be gone, and I'd just be, like, on the ground bleeding out. It's like, no, this isn't how it's supposed to be. Why'd I jump?
Jump.
Maverick would probably be like, what the fuck was that all about? I'd be like, he was gonna try and shoot you. Like, and like, could you imagine then, like, okay, yeah, I would be getting hospital treatment. The Dragon World would have contacted the human world with what the fuck just happened. And like I would have been there to write like my fucking my witness statement, and they'd send all that into the fucking human world along with like the body and everything and the generator.
They'd have to send a generator, because otherwise the humans would be like, you kill one of our guys, you're not going to give us our other guy back, and he's wounded, and it's like
they pass over the generator, and I would have said like I was reluctant to come back because there was much more stuff that was left to do over here, and my job wasn't finished.
Yep.
Keep the portal open between humanity and dragons, and just do all the diplomatic relations on my own.
Well, you already do it anyways. With Reza doing his shit, he's gonna start doing it now.
But like
again,
if there was a way you could do that, that would have made the game so much more enjoyable.
What if that's the true ending?
Special DLC ending. You fucking kill Reza right here, and then you're just able to go through the rest of the time however you want and stay in the Dragon World after you save it and humanity.
Right here, right now.
And includes another 4 months of adventures with every dragon line.
Actually, there's another paradox that would happen if the dragons were to stay and not have other evidence wiped out by a meteor.
That's true.
That timeline would result in humans not existing.
Yeah. But then wouldn't that mean that every human that existed would have been turned into a dragon instead?
Depends on how a soul works. But maybe that's how it is. Your new future becomes, there were humans, but not enough to survive that came back in time and created a new timeline where the dragons can become the rulers of the earth.
Bring over like maybe one town worth of humans and then just like have them fuck like rabbits.
Well, apparently you'd have to have about 1,000 people that were not related. So 1,000 people, random people across the world that were not related. Then you could sustain the human race without having too much worry about any degenerative diseases because of inbreeding or any shit like that.
Now picture this. Mining the future world of all of its resources, sending them back through the portal to the Dragon World. Getting enough humans to keep humanity alive, if not all the humans from the human world, bringing them to the dragon world. Saving the dragon world from the comet. And then building infrastructure and merging technology between the two races in the dragon world.
Well, it's still your technology. Anyways, we're going off on a whole bunch of different routes.
Those all could have been possible routes.
With time travel, anything is possible.
A deafening roar battered my ears. Was this a cry for help? I could barely move, but found it better not to try, as to not startle the wounded dragon more than he already was. It certainly would have ended badly for me if he tried anything. Heard him take a few unsure steps before he lay down on the ground, panting. I'm still watching you. You know, you better not move for your own good. If I have to get up again and come after you in this condition, I can promise you I won't be nice. But for now, I am gonna be nice. And after I get taken care of, you want to go get some ice cream.
I know this guy with Katsuhara. Oh, he makes amazing ice cream.
It took a few minutes of listening to his labored breathing.
Were you pregnant?
Before someone arrived. It was two dragons. The first I recognized as Sebastian. The other one I didn't know. Heard Sebastian and Maverick exchange a few words when the stocky fellow approached me. Hey, I heard you were coming to do my route again.
How would he react if you were like, he asked you, are you alright? You're like, sure, Bryce, I'm actually kind of okay. Like, wait, what? Who told you my name? It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to know that.
It would have been funny if it was like, oh, hey, Bryce, how are things?
How's your wooden model?
How's that ship coming along, Bryce? What?
I didn't tell anyone about that. What? I don't do anything.
I'm still feeling a little dizzy. I'm Bryce, the chief of police in this town. Can you tell me what happened?
You're just saying that you're a weakling. Or that Maverick hit you really hard.
What's going on here? Well, Maverick's having a period and laying on the floor, and I'm curled up here in the fetal position crying because I heard a really loud noise, and then Reza ran off like a little bitch.
Wow.
We're having a picnic, Bryce. What the fuck does it look like happened?
Reza Shadow. Reza Shadow.
Reza shot his load all over Maverick, then ran off. Is that so? That explains why all this cream-colored stuff is on Maverick's face.
Okay, if it's cream-colored, yeah. I don't think that'd be so good.
His face was stern and seemingly lost in thought as I overheard Sebastian's conversation. Yeah, but you're the flyer on duty. We probably won't find him now, not here in the darkness at any rate. Well, that's just brilliant. What do you think, Chief? Furea, can you walk? No, my legs are broken. You're gonna have to carry me, Bryce. I'm too busy and important to do that. Sebastian, you carry him. But how am I... Princess style. This playthrough is just me amusing myself right now.
Hey, you gotta do something because of the ensuing feels that will come.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just need to try and immerse myself back in this world again.